At the time of this recording, it is today, November 2nd. Yesterday, on November 1st, the Thai government and the Tourism Authority of Thailand has approved a list of 63 countries that are allowed to come back here to Thailand for tourism. Vaccinated, of course, with very, very minimal quarantine requirements. It's so surreal coming back here to Suvarnabhumi Airport. The last time I was back here was last year in December 2020. Is that intercom for me? I don't know if I'm in trouble. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So the last time I was back here in Suvarnabhumi Airport was in December of last year. Once I arrived here from California, I underwent a long, brutal 2-week quarantine at my ASQ hotel. But a lot has changed since last December with the implementation of the Phuket Sandbox, reducing the quarantine stay from 14 days to 7 days. A lot has changed. Now, as of yesterday, you don't need to go through any of that shit. You just have to be vaccinated, show proof of vaccination, take a PCR COVID test, and if you're negative, you're free to go. I am jealous of these spoiled kids. But anyways, the last time I was back in Suvarnabhumi Airport was in December. It was a complete ghost town. From the way everything is right now, it looks like there's a ton of more people, a lot of people traveling domestically, people traveling internationally, so there's definitely, it's slowly signs are becoming to be more and more positive. There's more life. This is what I love to see compared to the ghost town that I experienced back in December of last year. So things are slowly turning to normal. However, I do still have some reservations about coming back to Thailand right now. I'll get more into that later on in this video, but let's go check inside Suvarnabhumi Airport and see how everything's gonna be like. The airport seems fairly empty. Even though it's only been 2 days since the reopening of this country, the airport seems fairly empty. I would assume it's mostly domestic travelers traveling domestically here in Thailand with a few arrivals, but it's the second day of its launch day, so I won't expect it to be pre-COVID Suvarnabhumi Airport where it's hella busy and crazy. I just want to ask a question. Is there a lot of people that came back yesterday?
From to Thailand.
Yeah. How many people? Do you know?
Yesterday.
Oh, so this is yesterday? Yeah. Whoa. There's a lot of people. Yeah. Okay. So I talked to one of the staff just now, super curious about how the reopening was of yesterday. And she mentioned that there wasn't that many people that have came back. Out of the 63 countries, there wasn't that many people that came back. They said approximately about 2,000 on the first day, which is November 1st, yesterday, and then 2,000 today. So I guess a total of 4,000 arrivals between 63 countries. Yikes. So at least this is really nice to see. This whole ghost town, non-traveling narrative that we were experiencing all year, the majority of 2021 is slowly changing. I like it. From what I've seen, I mean, there's definitely way more people than the last time I was over here. Obviously not as much as how it was before pre-COVID, but things usually take time. All right, give some time, guys. Relax. So here's kind of a dilemma that I just thought of. I'm super happy. This is going to be the beginning of people coming back into Thailand, and throughout the days and the months, the foot traffic, the travelers, the tourists, they're going to keep coming back more and more, and everything's slowly returning back to normal, which I'm really happy. I'm super happy for the people of the Thai people. Tourism's going to be back. They're going to be generating more and more revenue. But a very selfish part of me wants the country to be very less foot traffic. There's not too many people, so I can enjoy it and have it all to myself. So it's kind of the beginning of a little bittersweet moment where, things are slowly returning back to normal, but kind of wish it didn't, because I want this country all to myself. I'm just being really selfish right now, and I just don't want to deal with groups and groups of mainland Chinese tourists. Yay. So now I'm going to come to my conclusion, and I honestly think that if you guys are returning back to this country, you guys should honestly wait. Give it a month or two. I'd say probably your best case, come back to this country in January or February. However, this only applies to the 2-week millionaire or the 2-week traveler. If you're a long-time expat, wanting to stay in this country for a long-term stay, just come back right now. Come back anytime, come back right now. Heck, you should be back here already. But for the casual 2-week traveler, 2-week millionaire, I'd say, since you guys have limited holiday time, your best bet is to come back to this country like in around January or February. Things have just started opening up. Not all the bars, not all the clubs, not all the attractions have been fully open nationwide throughout this country. So you want to give it some buffer time for this country to get their shit together. Make sure all the national parks are open, all the bars, all the nightclubs, all your favorite attractions that you guys have been dying to see. Give it some time, and then once things get back to normal, I want to say January, February, give it 2 months worth of time to get their shit together. Then you guys can definitely come back here and enjoy lovely Thailand during its peak high season, full of annoying tourists. Just kidding. Sorta. Like I said before, for the returning expats, you can come back here anytime. In fact, why the hell aren't you guys back here yet? Where the hell are you guys? Actually coming back here to Suvarnabhumi Airport and seeing the slow beginning. Even though it's quite slow, it is the beginning of tourists slowly trickling back into this country. I'm gonna savor these moments of very few tourists in this country, because believe me, we're never gonna experience a time like this ever again. Once things get back to normal, tourists from all over the world, Europe, groups and busloads of mainland Chinese tourists, Westerners, it's gonna be a madhouse. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of savor these last final moments of zero tourists on beaches all over Phuket and Krabi and everywhere. What a crazy experience these past 2 years have been. Crazy, right? Freaking crazy. But nonetheless, that's what makes life interesting. All right, so one thing I want to add before I leave is that, once you guys finish checking out of Suvarnabhumi Airport, if you take the elevator to the lowest floor and you see this little thing over here that says State Railway of Thailand, you can actually take the railway transportation all the way to Phaya Thai BTS, which is knee deep into the city. And it only costs 45 baht. It's like less than $1.50. You don't want to pay 300, 400 baht for a private car, just want to take public transportation for on the cheap, go for this option. Open cab. All right, guys, I'm gonna head back home, be Asian, and drink my bubble milk tea. So that's what Asian people do. Anyways, appreciate each and every one of you guys. Stay safe, take care. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys back in Thailand. Cheers. Bye.